I said, girl, let me come on out and honey, just go ahead and do this midday. Listen, it's the peekaboos for me. Y'all know I ain't used to that, okay? Just sitting in here a peek-a-hoo and a look-a-hoo and fuck up out here, bitch, if you can't speak. What's up, Lisa? Hey, Michelle. What up, Regina? Yup. Oh, my goodness. We ain't gonna start that energy off like that, okay? So if some might remember, I did a poll about these midday shows. Okay. Now I have done a lot of cleaning up of the channels. Hey, Kanisha, baby. Shout out to the ladies that come in and speak and don't give me that weird vibe. When I tell you it's really real over here, honey, I can feel the weird energy. Yes, I can. Yep. I don't know why one would come and just sit and look when we ain't even we wasn't even on yet. What is it to look at? So that's that weird, weird stuff. But bitch, let me tell you. So yesterday, it was like almost 60 something degrees. Oh man, I spent my entire day in the sun and I have been struggling with headaches. No headache. Bitch, better go get you some of that sun. That's all I can tell you. That's all I could tell you. Now, I have a question for any lady that has time to type it in the chat. Is the sun hot? Quick question. Is the sun hot? Right? Just type it in the chat. Yes or no if you believe that the sun is hot. I'm gonna tell you what. I got my downloads yesterday. I bathed in that sun a little bit. I wanted to like smell the skin, like the lotion that you put on. I wanted to like smell the lotion cooked. That's how long I sat in the sun. And I sat, east and west, honey. I faced both directions. You understand me? Okay. Lisa says no. Kim says yep. Renee says nope. Come on, Michelle. Yes or no? You ain't got to think about it. What you been thinking all these years? Is the sun hot or nah? Quick little question. Don't try to Google it either. 10, 9, 8, 7. The sun is not hot, y'all. If that was the case in the winter times, it wouldn't still be cold, okay? The sun is just a big source of energy. It's kind of like a neutralizer. It's kind of like a stabilizer. It's a source of energy, a source of light, but it is not hot. That is a myth. That's what they want you to think. Now, keeping in mind that there are two suns, one healthy one and one unhealthy one. The reason why there's two is because they made one. Okay. But you can always tell when that healthy sun is out because you're going to get that source of energy that you need. And around here where I live at, we have winter time and the winter can be quite depressing. Okay. Especially if you up at nights like me and, I just think that everybody needs to go ahead and get them some sun in their life, bitch. Okay. So that you can get that energy and you can be rejuvenated. And by the way, the winter season is almost over. Here we are already in March. It seems like from I'm gonna say November. From November, yes. Yep. Twin was right. Somebody else that got it right too. Yep. And I love it when the ladies know what's up. And for those that don't, it's okay. We all have a time where we learn something new. And the goal is we should learn something new every single day. So shout out to all the ladies in the room. Listen, it's a beautiful midday. We ain't going to have it no other way. Now, I want to have a quick little chit chat real quick. Usually when I just, pop up and talk about little things, it's just certain little things that may have came across my mind. And I do believe at the end of Aquarius season, hey Trisha, what's up, Anita? We had mentioned what this March season would be like. There were a lot of like retrogrades popping in, popping out, a couple of full moon phases. Um, March is, it's the Pisces season, but it's also shared with the Aries season. Okay. And we move into the Aries part of March. It's a little more of a safe zone. Okay. As I sit back and pull back, hey, Winter Love, and watch certain things, let me tell you something. I so don't miss that energy. You know, just it's just something negative has infiltrated, and I do feel like that was the goal initially. So we talked about what's going on with the B-Love-Dub sector, and then of course the younger generation of the B-Love-Dub sector. And there's no way that I would be invested in what some kids is doing, especially when I got my own. You understand? I have children, 20s and then teenagers. And so I'm definitely not enthused by what nobody else's kids is doing. Okay. Come out and speak on it, especially if it is a request from one of the ladies. But as far as being totally invested, oh no, can't do it. I don't fan off of nobody, don't freak off of nobody. But if you look at this sector as a whole, and there's a couple of reasons why I say this. So on a few midday shows that I've done, I go back and listen to it and I hear flagging, right? So that lets you know that somebody is just simply bothered by even my presence, which is too bad. Okay. I suggest that they go jump, period. Right. And then there are a lot of people that are happy that I choose to go in a positive direction. Now, there's a few reasons why things must change. Okay. Anything we indulge in should be about elevation. It should have a rhyme or a reason. Now, depending on what type of spirit that you hoard or hold, then you okay with that negative, right? We know that there are people that thrive off of beefing and thrive off of dragging each other and doxing each other and exposing each other. They actually enjoy it. It would be the most excitement that they have. Okay. But we got to know that even in our everyday circle, there's certain things called motives. And all you have to do is sit back and pay attention. If you really sit back and look around, you have people that have identity crisis. You have people that have social issues. They're not really good sociably or socializing. They're not really good at creating a circle or forming a circle. And so the only thing that they know is infiltration. They don't know how to incorporate themselves or involve themselves in a positive way. And then there are some people that intended on, negative in the first place. Even if they come in as a sheep, they were a wolf the entire time. And so when you look at some of the things that's going on, you will see this turn coming about from the bigger YouTubers, the smaller YouTubers. And when all it really is that there was a goal from the beginning, a goal to want to be involved, a motive to want to be incorporated. And some people don't know how to go about doing that. So you'll see these channels coming in and they want to speak on things that they've never really incorporated themselves in before, never really spoke on before. And that's because all they ever wanted to do was fit in. I've mentioned this many, many, many times. You got people that will argue you down to, I don't want to be. But yes, that's exactly what it is. You can also see some of the same faces of the same people, whatever channel is thriving at that moment or growing at that moment, you'll see these same folks. They want to be a part of it. And I pity that spirit. I pity that spirit. Anybody who knows anything about life, then you have to know that we all have our day. We all have our ups and our downs. You understand? But I've never understood a needy person. I've never understood a person who is very androgynous or very sneaky about how they do things. I definitely pity that spirit. That is of a negative energy. That is of a negative spirit. And to this day, there are still platforms that are mentioning my name, or mentioning me in a third party. This is a clear indication of an unhealthy obsession, you guys. Okay. Just because I don't choose to speak on it every day or mention this person. I mean, I pretty much pickaxe this bitch upside, all up in her eyeballs. I bruised her all in the back of the head. I bruised the ego. I stomped her lungs in, all of this shit. But she will continue to keep reaching because she suffers from envy. This is a jealous spirit. And there are many of them. I wish that she would go seek some help. And you're not going to find that help in a bottle. You're not going to find it in a bag. You really need to sit down and think about what's going wrong in your life, why you're so unhappy, but claim to be so high on a horse. This individual, as I said, there are people that crave attention, and it's okay if it's negative attention. It's okay if it's, whatever it is, as long as you're thinking about them. And here's the thing, bitch, I ain't thinking about you. I'm not thinking about you. Put me in the mind of a mosquito, an albino mosquito, that is carrying around a deadly virus. There are some people that just never really fit in. They're boring. They are manipulative. Their energy is very dark and just not appeasing, not fulfilling. And all they really want to do is have what is over here or what was over here. That's all they want. That's all. You better know that's all they want. And so you'll hear them saying, oh, drop the skates in the chat, when I don't got to ask y'all to drop shit. Oh, don't forget to hit the CA, when I don't got to beg a bitch for shit. So it's that envy that takes over. You won't stop until you get what you think somebody else has. And we all must understand that what's for you is for you. So if you keep trying, if you keep pushing for it, if you keep begging for it and it doesn't happen, then bitch, it wasn't for you. You got to find your own way. And that's so hard for some of these creeps to do. Now, the big talk around the town is Dalvin, okay? Because I really got a problem with calling this young man Zaddy, okay? I mean, I think at a certain age, you should go ahead and change the name. But I do feel like what is going on with the whole Dalvin thing, it definitely needs to be mentioned, and it needed to be brought to attention and mentioned, so that it can be on a broader platform and be looked at from a broader perspective. Okay, what was going on with Nicole, I feel like, was just a mild thing. Now, I am disappointed that I don't know exactly what went on. Okay, because then I would be able to say, okay, well, it was warranted or not warranted. I feel like everybody deserves a warning. Some people get so caught up in the moment, so caught up in the element that you should have to give them a pre-warning. I think it is the fair thing to do. So I'm not saying whether people deserve to get their channel struck down completely out of here or not. Okay. But what I will say is that you will hear perspectives and opinions of people who have done far more worse than what that channel has done to lose her channel. Okay, I don't think she's ever done what some of these people who have such a massive opinion about the situation have done. Those would be the ones that are the most offended instead of being grateful that it wasn't them. People know who to play with and who not to play with. Okay, people know exactly who to play with and who not to play with. And so there was a reveal done last night. We may do a mukbanger media about it, but I'm really over it. I'm not interested. Okay. So maybe this will be the extent of it. I do have a problem with older people involving themselves in younger people's business. If you're not a family member, if you're not an aunt, an uncle, a manager, a mentor, why are you worried about it? And so think about how those kids feel. I don't give a daggone if you 25, 28, 29. You wouldn't want no 60, 50, 60-year-old woman speaking on you. You wouldn't want a woman in her 40s speaking on you. You barely want your mama and your parents telling you what to do. Okay, so, the Libran ability is to look at it from all sides. I definitely have that ability, maintain that ability, and I know people hate that. That's too bad. I'm looking at it from an unbiased opinion from all sides. I can remember when I was a certain age, I wouldn't want no old goats focusing in on me. What you looking at? Why are you worried about it? You're too old to be concerned. Now, this is a public platform. We understand, and people are going to say something, but it shouldn't be all the time, every day. Okay. A lot of times whenever a choice is involved, there are going to be people that's happy about it and people that ain't happy about it. That just comes with the territory. Oh, well, they'll scratch their ass and get glad. Now, I don't mean that in reference to the people that lost their channel or were affected by the strikes. I'm talking about folks that don't have anything to do with it. Folks that are just reaching around for commentary and find some type of way to incorporate my name every single time, or what they would call, my channel every single time. Are you okay? You need to go get some help, sweetheart. That goes for anybody who has an unhealthy obsession with any individual that they don't know. If you can't go one video, I know some of the worst of worst, some of the biggest doctors on this YouTube, and they ain't said my name all week. You don't have any self-control. If they can do it, bitch, I know you can. Then again, you probably can't because you're obsessed and jealous of Loca and everything she has going on. You've gained many subscribers, a lot of attention off of trying to slander me and my brand. And here we are minding our business, and you continue because you don't have anything else to talk about. Now, I could easily come out here and dog walk you, especially after some things that I have saw. Girl, I could really. And if you keep on, I will. Sometimes it is, emergency calls. Don't ever think that I'm out of, I'm retired, bitch. I ain't retired. I said that I'm turning another cheek for the moment. But bitch, if it's important enough, we can get you right on together. I would hate to be the daughter or son or grandchild, niece or nephew of an individual. And mind you, I haven't watched, this is coming just from Liddy updates. Okay. I can't watch because I know that I will say something, because no, I don't borrow any individual out here. I don't care what you got going on, how cold you think you are, none of that matters to me. But this goes hand in hand with that need to want to be involved. Oh, I want to be involved. I gotta say something. Well, you're not even in the sector. It's a few people that don't do regular commentary on any of the beloved of sector. Few people that have been given the boot. Few people from the first generation, they just won't go away, and they weren't successful in the first generation or the second generation, and here they are. So a lot of names have been called, a lot of speculation has been made, and that young man came right on out and showed you that Ellie is real, and he don't care about being called Sambo and all of that. Because really, if you look at it, these are just older people who is his mama's age, concerned with his business. So imagine how he's thinking about that. Like, what is going on? These people are, what's going on with these? These people are my mama's age, and they worried about me. This is why I feel like, as the adult, I mean, somebody got to be the adult in the situation. You know. Now, do I have my personal opinions about Nicole and her relationship and involvement with that family? Hell yeah. And if you know me, you already know how I feel about it. I think it's a shame and a scandal. I think she is using her white privilege to its full extent. That's what I think. I ain't never bit my motherfucking tongue. Okay? I think she needs to move on. I don't care who likes it. She needs to move on. Especially knowing now that there is a Ellie around. There is somebody by the name of Ellie who is a real person. Especially knowing that this young man is trying to move on with her life. And you have a young lady who just won't seem to let it go. She just happens to be white. Yeah, that's a problem for me. For me. But when you think about it, if you got the mother that supports the relationship and the family who keeps mentioning and all these viewers who keep saying, I want y'all back, you know, that's adding to the situation. That makes her feel empowered. And, you know, even if we had to take complexion out of it, when it's time to move on, it's time to move on. You know, the same way that she wants these channels to move on and stop talking about her, I'm sure that there's people out here that want her to move on from that young man and get her life, period. Get your life, girl. You got all the privilege, all the power. Move on. Because when you look back at that video, you see where she was flexing. And I said it a couple of times in the mukbanger media, okay? Which could also be looked as total disrespect. So it's tricky. But it should be touched on and moved on about. Like, who does these old people think that they are? You know. It's sad. It's sad. And I'm so grateful to have moved out of that energy. You know, I want to put out in the atmosphere that just pay attention to the signs. Just because some of the videos are not around from the year, I want to make something very, very clear to these albino mosquitoes that wear plastic wigs. These bitches that lack melanin. I mean, if you calling yourself black and Kim K got more melanin than you, there's a problem there. You're not of me. You're not one of me, which is why you sleep with the enemy. Now, as I mentioned, I didn't build my channel up off of Adrian Slays. My channel was built off of a many of things. It started off just mere conversation about a transgender couple. I got 15,000 views on my first fucking video. Fuck with it. Make me go to it. Did 2 videos. I never did any more. About a year or 2 later, I did about 5, 6 videos on Kanika Jenkins. I was already monetized, sis. Get that straight. As I moved over into the Be Love Dub sector, we talked about all of them. Talked about Walt, talked about Tyler Teeth, talked about Slays, touched on Be Love every now and then, Cindy time to time, every blue moon. But then I began to get into other videos about racial injustice and the biracial agenda and certain things that go on that you really just don't hear, or people don't have the intellect to mention. They don't know how to say it unless they're emulating me or copying off of me. Then they might come out and say, oh, I'm spiritual, but you seem to have no soul, bitch. They might come out and say, oh, I'm into energy, but you are the lowest form of energy on this internet. It's all emulation, speculation, imitation. It's sad. So before you make any suggestions that I built my 7,000 something subscribers up off of Adrian, you got it twisted, bitch. That would be you. Now, bitch, we talked about a multitude of things over here in the course of 2021. A multitude of things. 337 videos of such. We had court. We let the people speak. We had lectures. We talked about astrology. We talked about family problems. A bunch of shit. You understand? Don't play with it. So I won't allow someone to project what's going on with them, because the very same people that are trying to use me, for example, are doing the very act that they are accusing me of to me. I can name about 3 or 4 channels that have built their latest clout up off the past 7, 8 months off of slandering me. People that I never even came from. So yes, I still have the juice. I'm still responsible for the clout. And you bitches will all thank me later. You have no choice. Now that I have moved out of that energy, I intend to rebuild as well. These people ain't gone nowhere. But I won't feed them the negativity. I'll leave that up to y'all. People are not dumb. They see the false and phonified shit that's going on around here. The very same people that want to claim to be Jesse Jackson or Malcolm X have caused the most problems on this internet. Pointing fingers at people that how can you point the finger when you've done way worse than what some people have done that have actually lost their channel? This is sad. I ain't happy about it. No, I'm not. Because I feel like the job is half done. There's other people that deserve to lose their channels ASAP because of some things that they have done. So if you're going to get them, let's get them all. You understand? And make sure it counts. Every move you make should count. And I wouldn't come out and explain nothing to nobody. People know what they did and the part they played. Period. It's the woe is me. Oh, it's me. If it were me, I would have. Who are you, though? Besides a troublemaker, a shack starter, a doxer, a liar, a low vibrational being, soulless creature, an infiltrator. There's many of them. So much to the point where I don't really enjoy this sector the way that I did. It has been infiltrated, just like a cancerous cell. The negative have taken over. That's all they wanted to do in the beginning, which is why their target was me. You go for the chief. The Indians don't matter. It's the chief that you want. So let's keep picking at Loca and dragging at Loca and lying on Loca, doxing Loca. Let's all get together. Because we want to be in her shoes. We want to be able to come out, speak on the sector. We want to fit in. When I give it to you, you can have it. But one thing you can't have is my ladies, bitch. You'll never have that energy that I have over here. You'll never have the kind of support that I have. You'd never be able to run me off, which is why I still talk about what I want to talk about whenever I get ready. So while you're sitting over there with Master, thinking you cute, looking like a swole up, unproportioned maggot, you have not won. You are your culprits. I'm still around, bigger and better. I let people breathe. I do it the right way, which is why I don't go through what other people go through. It only takes me one time to learn my lesson. Period. Other things to do. It's a way to say things, you know. And it's crazy. It's the hypocrisy for me. And then when you see these same people, these same individuals still clout chasing, because that's all it is. Nobody's in love with nobody. Oh, you got 300 views in your chat. Let me come over here and be a part of it. See, you can't do that over here. You understand? You can't do that type shit over here. You're not going to come over here and make it about you. I ain't having it. So there are channel holders and subscribers that want to matter. They want to be important. It's so much that I could say. It is. And y'all know I'll touch all of it, every bit of it. Wouldn't miss a beat of it. But I think this is enough. I'm done mentioning certain individuals because I've already put people up on game a long time ago of what the attacking, the doxing, the slandering, the lying, the harassment was about. You guys sat here and witnessed that I wouldn't even be mentioning these folks. Here they come. One by one, I'm knocking bitches down left and right. It's okay. Still got that ability too. It's even more powerful now. Fuck with it. Nobody gonna bully me. I'm gonna say what I want to say, how I want to say it. But I also want my channel to grow. I also want to make a big old bag behind it. And you can't do that staying in a low spot with the low people. You understand? Got to look at the bigger picture. Some of you hoes don't have the ability to do that because you ain't got the mind span. You don't have the brain power. You don't have the heart. Keep in mind, we all have two brains. One in the middle of our spinal, the lower part of our spinal cord, which would be your animal brain. And a lot of you effers is out here living like animals. I choose to use my spiritual brain, the one that's on top of my head. That one that's encased by my skull. That's the brain I choose to use. I'll let you beast continue to use your animal brain and move through these YouTube streets because you ain't going nowhere. You won't go past where you're at. I would advise you to keep my name, my platform, and my supporters out of your mouth. Stop mentioning me. The only people that you can convince is yourself. Even my enemies were around long enough to know the truth. Period. Now it's a beautiful day. Now that we have that cleared up, okay, I want to move on to some of this midday news. We got a few people in the building. Thumbs me up for the one time. If you don't mind, y'all give me 1 second. Are we in here? Another thing, I want to talk about something. The liddies don't bother nobody, right? Really quick before we move on. Let me take a drink. Wouldn't you be embarrassed if you couldn't keep a certain person's name out of your mouth and you have hundreds of people watching and every video you do, you got to bring this person up? You can't whoop this person in real life. You can't whoop this person verbally. You sitting over there with Uncle Fester looking just as gross. It's so much I could say. But I know that's what you want because you don't matter over there. You don't even matter. Nobody's checking for you. Nobody likes you. And you know that. You were rejected by your own people a long time ago, which is why you went to the other side. You over there breathing in that spirit. You are that spirit. And if I did hurt any feelings, fuck them. Get them out your pocket. You have more feelings for me to hurt. Get over me. Get over me. We never dated. I never laid with you. Why are you so emotional? Why are you so hurt by Loca and Loca alone? People that have claimed to be in the beef sector, and I highly doubt it. Okay, now that I'm observing, you wanted to be there, you didn't fit in there either. They rejected you as well. But you're more hurt about rejection from this platform than rejection of the beef sector? Woo! Wait, that's power. That's power. So you're proving to the people that I'm a powerful bitch. I want to get into this midday news real quick. Y'all know we still in Pisces season. It's sad. It's true. It's truly sad. I had a couple of ladies that emailed me, and that's a whole nother thing right there. But I know how to fix that. I'm not even going to mention it. Let me tell you, they don't like what's going on, which is why they send me messages and send me things to let me know what's going on, because there's no way that I have time to sit up and check for everybody's video or if anybody's mentioning me. But here we are in a new year, months later, fake beef. Y'all got to know that it exists. Fake beef. People that start shit with you, keep shit going so that they can stay relevant. That's all it's about. Everything this alpha tried has played out. Everything from the fat suit to the reads are horrible. There isn't. She can't give you not one fact. The flat out lying about stuff, the acting like stuff didn't happen. Nothing that she says, nothing that comes from her platform is credible. And the only people that would sit over there and listen to that type of stuff is the people that I have rejected as well. Other people. And I have rejected many people. So there is a small group of people that genuinely wanted to be over here or were over here at one point in time, but just didn't quite make it. And so some of the best of us have haters. I understand. But when, I think they've realized that they're not on my level, they can't do what I do. And so if you can't, join them, let's just go against her and flat out lie on her. But we'll have to do that in numbers. And I'm into giving credit where it's due. Other people have went on about their business. Okay. And the only one that seems to be concerned with Loca is this maggot. To the point where, I would really like in real life, sus, you taking pictures with guns. Girl, nobody care about that, baby. Nobody care about that. They didn't stop making them when they made one. Like, you would really get your head popped off your shoulder, sus. Like, I would really bash your fucking skull in. Because you are obsessed with me for nothing. I don't know you. Don't you got friends that you miss? You know, at one point in time, she said, oh, I send my mama money. Well, guess what, bitch? I don't got to send my mama shit. My mama's a boss. I don't got to take care of my mama. It don't make sense. That don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But it's more disappointing that people would allow her to get away with that. Where's the people that'll be in the chat? And I ain't talking about my liddies. I'm talking about my haters who don't seem to have any common sense. Where's the people that'll say, wait a minute. Why you keep mentioning this girl? Why you keep mentioning this? What you want to do? I done offered her on a panel. She won't do it. You know I'm not going on her. She'll kick me like she did last time. I've invited her to a neutral platform so we can go ahead and hash it out, because either, you know, it comes a time where you want to put hands on a motherfucker. Who are you? Leave me alone. And I know you can't do that, but once I get on you, you want to start flagging and trying to filter the videos. Y'all do know that she was still sending privacy complaints and all of that, which is a clear indication that she can't take what I give back. Months later, you still trying to get YouTube to take my videos down, and it didn't happen. I took them down because I wanted to, but I can easily put them right on back up and give you some more and some more and some more. I ain't never retired. I choose to live in my truth and do the right thing so that I can elevate. But let me go ahead and put this message out here. Anybody that want it can still get it, because you won't bully me. You're not going to play on my time and my top. And it just is what it is. But you knew that. You already know that, bitch. It ain't nothing new. It's what you want. That's what you want. You don't have a brand. You don't have an LLC. You don't have a trademark. If you had something to lose, you wouldn't keep running your mouth. That's why you keep running your mouth, because you don't have anything to live for. You don't have anything to lose. Everything that you are claiming belongs to Massa. Period. You should be happy. Other bitches that I have rejected like you are sitting on your platform. Ain't you happy? You got all the rejects over there. Y'all of the same spirit. Aren't you glad? You should be glad. You got other loser bitches over there just like you. And so birds of a feather flock together. You should be proud of yourself. Mission is accomplished. Because when we first pulled up over there, nobody was talking in your chat. Girl, nobody was checking for you. And you know that. You know that. That's why you privated all those videos of you mentioning Loca, when I didn't even know who the fuck you was. Girl, I thought you had crawled up in a bat cave and died. I ain't know your ass was still around. But we came over and lit your chat up, brought you some tension over there, bitch, because you wasn't getting no tension. Brought you some tension over there. And you've been running stupid ever since. You can't get over me. You know, it's almost like, I bent you over or something. I ain't give you none of this. So what you so stuck on, bitch, because you can't run me off. It's nothing you can do. You just gonna make me come on up out of my goddess-like element and rip your ass. That's what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna talk about some new shit. Oh, we got new content for a mosquito bill bitch like you. And that ugly motherfucker you call your man. Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt. He's hurt. Y'all hurt together. Both of you. Both of you bitches. Hurt. God, I mean hurt. Anyway, y'all, this little conversation went way too long, okay? But it's the infiltration for me. It's the lies for me. And I also want to put this out here, okay? I think that it is unfair for any content creator. I don't give a fuck if you monetize, if you're not monetized, if you're a big channel, whatever you think you are. I don't care. Who do you think you are where you think that you can tell somebody what to say and what not to say? So there's content creators out here that's saying, oh, I wish somebody would talk about such and such. What? You bringing negative attention to that content creator because ain't nobody barring you. Nobody balls nobody out here. Last time I checked, the more you threaten me, the worse it's going to get for you. Don't threaten me. And so it's a lot of crazy things going on in the name of the beloved of family and sector. Listen, they better tread lightly. They talking about getting PIs and they got lawyers and all of that. You're going to need them if you keep mentioning the wrong people and big upping wrong actions. It's a whole lot of mesh and shit going on. Whole lot of crazy stuff being said out here by crazy fans and crazy fucking people that ain't going to be able to be retracted. And it's all being done in the name of one family. That doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. And one thing that I can't stand, y'all give me 1 second. One thing I can't stand is an Uncle Tom. A person that'll stand up for everybody else but won't stand up for their own people or themselves. That is something that really unsettles me. That tells me a lot. And so, there's just a whole lot going on that I feel like could get a whole lot worse. I'm going to make it really simple. I don't know what city and state everybody is from, but I can promise you that the county jail has a jumpsuit that'll fit you perfectly. If you think you're going to go around killing people and hurting people in the name of somebody else, you really have lost all of your senses. Every last one of them. Don't work like that. You're going to jail, bitch. Okay? Or you're going to get hurt. Nobody going to let you hurt them because they said something about somebody that you like or didn't like or whatever. So it's the empowerment of the bullying for me. And why ain't nobody talking about it? So you got the nerve enough to, it's just a lot. And we're going to talk about it on Mukbanger Media. I don't give a fuck who like it, okay? Oh, it's going to be talked about because I got to get it out. It's going to have to come on out. I'm always watching. I'm always paying attention, And so it's just like, so we big up in wrongdoings in one sense, but you want people to leave this person alone. No. It don't work like that. And actually, I'll tell you, the person that's being defended has more defense for her than this person that claims that they're gonna do all of the crime in her defense. We got to watch what you say out here. You don't know who knows you, who knows your business, who knows that they can get right to you, or who is taking you seriously. It's more than just one nutball out here. There's many. There's a lot of crazy people out here. And we know that the entire Beloved brand, they all got something to lose. And to be technically honest with you, Nicole is not a part of that brand. Okay? When they go to sue the Beloved Dub family, Nicole won't be in there. How about that? That's some real raw honesty for your ass. She gonna sit over there in her corner. I was just a girlfriend. I didn't have anything to do with it. That's gonna be the story if anything was to go down. And so what I see going on, I don't like. Anybody think they gonna filter me, you better come on in. I'm gonna say what I want to say. It's gonna be said tonight. You understand me? Because some crazy stuff going on in the name of a person that can defend her damn self. If she don't give a fuck about none of that, then she come out and defend herself. Put her own brand in danger, her own name in danger. the extent that people will go to be a fan, to be recognized. Y'all seen it happen with me. Bitches that I don't even know. Bitches I wouldn't even stand next to. And girl, you gotta be a certain type of sis for me to even stand next to you. Like I'm that petty. It's a whole lot going on. It's a whole lot going on. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go on and prepare for it. I want y'all to have a beautiful day, a wonderful day. I done messed this entire midday show up, but that's okay. Duty calls. Yep. And we're going to get into it a little bit later on tonight on Mukbanger Medium. We're going to discuss what's really going on, my perspective on what's really going on, the people involved, and how the plan was executed. I feel like people are being used, as pawns a little bit. You understand? But when you threatening people and all of that, come on now. If it's like somebody saying that they defending me, but you're putting my brand in danger. Let's be clear. And so I really feel like certain channels who have also attacked the Be Love brand, certain channels that really can't keep my name out of their mouth or this channel out of their mouth, they need to be hit with a few strikes. They probably lost channels before. They have other channels, but they had the intention of wanting to come and infiltrate this sector, put that negative energy out there. You better know it's some witch bitches out here. There is a such thing as a witch bitch. I mean, if her lips is black like a witch, if her nose is shaped like a witch, if her teeth are sharp like a witch, bitch, it's a witch. All the way back from the 1500s. And you ain't got no melanin, bitch. Yeah, you definitely a witch. You sleeping with the enemy, bitch. So yeah, you a witch. Of course you ain't gonna be proud of a successful black woman because you ain't one. And you wouldn't dare speak on the situation when you worse than him, bitch. You out here doing his work. You ain't no different than Dalvin, bitch. You worse. Yeah. At least he know when to let up, do you? You keep going. And you doing the same thing that they saying he's doing. You millie worm, cornmeal worm looking bitch. Same shit, but worse. Out here doing the work for massa. To your own people. You wouldn't dare go attack the white community like what you trying to do to the black people. But we'll talk about that later on. Thumbs me up, y'all. Enjoy your, what's today? What the hell is today? Is it Wednesday? It's hump day? I think it's hump day, y'all. Whatever day it is, enjoy it. The sun is out. I'm going to go get me some download of some sun and take in my regular routine for today. I couldn't even get it out. Yeah, it's time to go. Do my regular routine, get my energy right and shit for today. I would suggest y'all do the same thing. And if wherever you are, the sun is not out, you be the sun. Stay away from these low vibrational bitches. These bitches that can't seem to get right, baby, because they'll have you looking just as pitiful as them. You understand me? Miserable tricks and goblins. Thumbs me up before you leave out, and I'll holler. I'll see y'all later on.